What's up, everybody? I know there's a lot of people in the house tonight and I apologize that I don't know everybody's name, but it is good to see you. Welcome to Thirsty Thursday, Alex edition, I guess. If you want to know where my dad is, I'm going to put the link in the chat. If you want to go say hi to him, I'm sure he will appreciate it. But it's so good to see you guys. I feel like I haven't been on this stream in so long, probably since like the beginning of Thirsty Thursday, but it's so nice to see everybody. I don't really know what he wanted me to do, but I'm here, and whatever you guys say, go until he gets here. I'm not exactly sure how long he is going to be out, so I'm just kind of rolling with it. Let's see if I can, in the blood, yep, that's me. But Tim, I know you're in here, PA, Digologist, Jeff's Obsession, Starry Lost, Tin Man Magnet, Kathy from Pond Scum, Brockton, Don from Relic Reaper, Iron Antler, Marty Vistal, Wicked Digger, Dirty Magyackers, Johnny Smallpepper, Willie Stembridge, everybody. I don't know how he does it because he has a hard time with like less than 10 people, but hello to everybody. Also, Brian from BHiggles is in the house tonight, and I believe they have a whole segment today. He gave me zero information. He said, go start my show. And so I'm here. He's going to be up here with you guys also whenever Dad gets here. I don't know what he wants me to do, but it's been a great Thursday. Hey, y'all, only here for a few. What's up, Swifty? I'll try to get an ETA for him, but you can bring up Ken and Brian, ask them questions, or we can give it until the game's over. Whatever you guys want to do. I've got Brian at my fingertips right now. He's waiting and ready to go, so I'll bring him up here. Everybody.
Hey, YouTube, BHiggles.
Or BHiggles, sorry. I don't know if that's your last name.
Brian's my real name.
Okay, sounds good. I knew you were
Hi,
Brian,
everybody.
but I didn't know if Higgles was just a username or if it was your last name.
It is. It stems from, I used to fish before I metal detected, and one of my buddies spent a lot of time up in the trees with his lure. And so I taught him a little trick. It's called the higgle now, to be able to jiggle your lure out of the tree, and that's where higgle came from. All my friends call me B, so BHiggles it is.
Hey, I love it. I love it. I just never knew because, like, I've spent a lot of time, like, in this treasure hunting community and watching all these videos. I know everybody's usernames for the most part, but I don't know that much about everybody like my dad does.
He's a good man.
He's a great man. He loves this community, and, like, I'm so thankful he's found all of you guys because I don't know if I've ever seen him happier than he is now. You guys are all incredible.
Well, that goes the same with me. I am enjoying metal detecting. I am having a really, really good time, and I don't think I've ever been happier. So thank you, and I really appreciate you having me on your show.
Yeah, this is my show now. Also, we got Practical Ken in the house. Well,
hey, everybody.
I'll just completely steal his show.
Hey, Ken.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, sound great. Yeah.
Don't expect me to sing.
Yeah, no songs tonight.
I'll put the link in the chat again if anybody wants to stop over there. Where my dad is currently, he is live streaming. If you want to go,
we'll just roll on without him. It'll be okay.
Spam
like
him.
You said, you just roll with it and go with it. You're doing a great job.
You know, that's kind of what my channel, It's in the Blood, is. I mean, we do sports. That's it, basically.
Right.
And maybe we get off on some random tangents, but it's all sports. But, you know, as fast as everything happens in the sports world, everything is on the fly. And so we're, you know, if like something big breaks out, we don't have a speech prepared. We just get together and we just get live and just roll with it. And so, I mean, this is right. You know, I was a little bit nervous to come in here today, just because this is not my forte, I guess. But it's very normal to what I am used to.
Well, I was a little nervous too, to tell you the truth, because this is only my second live ever. So,
Hey, well, I'm happy to be a part of your second live stream. I know I see your videos all the time, but I didn't know that you did not do any live streams.
no, this is my second. So, and then I had a live interview with Diggin' SoCal on Wednesday, and that was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun.
That's the one thing I love about these live streams. I mean, it takes a little bit to get used to and, like to shake the nerves off a little bit because I have a lot of social anxiety. But once you get up here and you just start rolling with it, everything is just fine. And
Yeah, it's
fun.
just like life. You just got to roll with it and just let it
Just like
go.
a phone call with faces, man, that people are just – but the only thing is people are watching you. What about you, Ken? Are you comfortable or used to the live streaming world, or are you just a video man?
No, this is probably number two for me.
Video man. That's
Wow.
fair. I mean,
Okay.
that's what YouTube started on, so I definitely understand. And this is awesome. This is the first time I saw Brian not behind the camera. So all these people are
Nope,
seeing your face for
kidding.
the first time.
Man,
I feel honored to be a part of that crew.
Well, you're
We're used to
very
seeing those
welcome.
red shoes. Those red shoes.
Yeah.
That's what we're used to seeing.
The red shoes. I do know
Lucky
the red
ones.
shoes.
Hey, they have brought me a lot of luck, so I am grateful
I
for
want
those
some.
red shoes, and everybody loves them. So you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
Nope, not at all.
I didn't know that my red shoes were going to be like the highlight of my channel, but hey, it is what it is. I guess it gives you that unique little bit of character.
Well, we couldn't see your face, so we went by the red shoes.
Well, this is why. Look at it. So
Movie star.
I understand. Mine is like a hat and a hoodie. If I am just wearing a t-shirt and I don't have a hat on, every single person in my chat rings me. Like, are you the same person? Like, yeah, I'm the same person. I just took my hat off, man. It's just those things, it sticks. And I love when people like carry on with just one little thing like the red shoes, and it just makes it as a good joke later on.
Yeah, I mean, it just grew and grew and grew. Like I said, I never knew it was going to be a thing, but I wasn't real comfortable, showing my face. I'm kind of like the Marla Hooch of, metal detecting. So you want to be like way back, but everybody just attached right to those red shoes. It was pretty amazing. And so now I guess I can't get any color but red shoes. So
They
we'll
won't
keep
want
going.
you unless you have the red shoes on. So.
Yeah,
Right.
That's very true. And my luck would probably change, and we don't need that. That's for sure. So, because my luck right now is
I've been
way
painting
up
my
there.
shoes red.
You've been killing it. You've been killing it. You got lots of goodies.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
Thank you. I mean, this new permission, that was the thing. I've only been metal detecting for 11 months now. The 22nd is my 11th month anniversary. February 22nd is my 1 year. And, for that first year, that's all I worked on with my Equinox was targeting, being able to find a target, locate that target, and dig that target out of the ground. And that's exactly what I focused on for the very first 11 months. And yeah, when I started off, I started digging out in ball fields and stuff like that. And then the soil got all dry and hot. So I switched to tot lots, and I started banging those tot lots and pulling all those goodies out of there. And so I just worked on my targeting for 11 months, knowing that someday it was going to pay off. Someday I was going to get a great permission. And I finally got into that place. This school is, oh my God, it's just so incredible. It is like untouched land. Nobody has ever metal detected there ever. There's no way, because there's just so much stuff. I've got 21 silvers in 27 days now. And I've only been out there like 10 times. It's like every time I go out there, I have this incredible, historic bucket lister breaking day. And it's just, I'm very grateful. I'm very blessed.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've been watching your growth on YouTube. I didn't realize you'd only been at it for, like you said, 11 months. But
yeah, I had never
you're doing pretty well, man. I love to see it.
I didn't make any YouTube videos before. And that first day I got my Equinox, I ran down to my local ball field and started beeping that thing. And I found a quarter and I saw it and I thought, well, gosh, I got to get a video of this. So I made a little snippet of me finding that first quarter, and the rest is history.
The rest is history. What about you, Ken? I just have one question. What's all the stuff behind you? I really like your setup.
Yeah, very nice.
My wife doesn't like it so much.
Hi,
I
It's
mean,
a
it looks nice from a live
Hey,
streaming
Gary, what's up?
perspective. So I see down in the bottom right, you have some stones.
projectile points, Native American spear points, arrowheads, scrapers, so forth. Mainly, I do a lot of history and archaeology research, and got into metal detecting as an additional way to locate metal targets related to history. So that's my entry into metal detecting.
Hey, that's
So
all right. Yeah, I
I
was
work
just
in
curious.
I work in
Kind
That's
of what
great
aviation,
goes
so I
on
knowledge
got a
behind
lot of
too.
it.
I
aviation
mean,
collectibles.
that's going to be invaluable in your metal detecting adventures. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
it's like always chasing the breadcrumbs, and 4 o'clock in the morning, you're still looking at maps and going, "Oh, but this went here. Look at where the house was. Look where this school was. Look where this town hall was. It's not there anymore, but I know it's there because of this map. I know it's there because of the LiDAR." So I get pretty excited, and it's kind of hard to shut down and go to sleep, and then
Hey,
start the day
Sonia.
again.
Yeah, I remember when my dad first got into metal
Hey,
detecting, and
Don.
I literally knew nothing about it. I'm gonna say I'm very not very knowledgeable about the subject still, even now. But a couple years ago, I remember he went and got his detector, and I just remember him spinning because I still lived with him at the time. He spent hours like on this map of this town we lived in, because like this town didn't even used to be called this town, you know, like all the historical value of the older stuff, and he was like showing. He spent every day, Alex, come here, Alex, come here. Look what used to be here. And so, like, I know exactly what you mean when you say that, because, like, I watched him do it everywhere. Like, everywhere he had to print it out one, and he was like, "This used to be right here," and I'm like, and I was in the historical society in middle school, going into high school for Kentucky, and so I knew
Cool.
mostly what he was talking about. But like to see him like take me to these places and put it in perspective, you know, was actually like just really cool.
That is really cool when you actually
Super chat.
you know
Thank you.
what's there before you actually go in to those areas, and you know what was there, what kind of activity is going on, and then you go into those areas and there's just woods, there's a field, there's depressions, there's a little bit of bricks here, a little bit of broken glass here, porcelain. It's like time travel a little bit. And you start
Yeah,
pulling
it's
that.
like a
Oh, I
weird,
just got goosebumps.
Like you said, the
weird
breadcrumbs, they
version of
just leave
time
those
travel.
little breadcrumbs behind just to be
Oh
discovered.
man,
And you put all those pieces together. It's amazing. Sam, hi. I'm in Indiana.
Sam is from over at It's in the Blood channel. He's hanging over with my dad right now watching some basketball.
Awesome.
Also, Goat, thank you for the $5 super chat. I'm sure my dad is going to be happy. Yee. I will only say it once just for you, my guy. Also, Johnny Small Pepper with the $5 super sticker. Thank you, my guy.
Awesome. Hey, Tim.
There's a lot of
thank you.
people in here I missed when I first started, and I apologize. I know I saw Scuba Sonia in here. Hashtag Team Sonia.
The chat is fine. That's for sure.
I'm having a hard time keeping up with the chat myself. I keep
Okay,
going
you
back and
guys want to
forth.
see the time capsule again? Ready?
Oh, I'd love to. Man, that's amazing.
There's the jar. Oh, yeah. Pewter lid.
That's really cool.
Ceramic insert.
That's
Yes.
really cool.
And then
That's really
inside the jar is the class of 1950.
Dang.
Graduated from the elementary school. There's a teacher's name at the top, and then 10 names listed down here on the piece of paper. This was the message in the bottle that I found. I found it on January 9th. It was so exciting. I was freezing cold. It was like 30 degrees. I'm drinking my coffee and the wind's just howling outside. I mean, it's ripping like 20, 30 mile an hour. And I'm like, yeah, I think I'll go detecting today. So I layered up. Man, I went out there. When I got that wild signal, I freaked out, dug that thing up. And man, we have been researching it ever since. And it's actually pretty amazing. The 10 names on the list, we have determined that 6 are deceased. 2 of the names are still unreadable. I can't find them. But there are 2 people who are still alive. We're trying to get contact of them both. One of the names is Linda Yearby. And turns out she's one of the very first professional women's basketball players.
Oh,
That's
amazing.
pretty interesting.
Yeah, she went on to Texas and she played with the Texas Cowgirls and then went on to Shooting Stars and did all sorts of charity work for basketball, and then finally formed her own professional team in 1973, the Arkansas. Oh gosh, my brain worked. It's the Arkansas something. She had a professional team up there, and so I found her on Facebook, and I've been trying to get a hold of her, and so we can share this discovery and see what she thinks about it, and just make it all one big great story. And I'm really grateful. People are like, that's the find of a lifetime. You'll never find anything like that again, and they're probably right. So to be blessed and gifted with that find, I am truly grateful.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah,
That's
especially if you can get a
awesome.
hold of these people and maybe get like an interview with them about like when they did that time capsule and stuff. That would
Yeah,
be
it would be
incredible.
totally amazing to put it all together and put it into a story. And I've already started writing the story, before it lapses from my brain. So I've already got it ticked out on my blog and working on it. And then we just keep putting each piece together. And the property owner is the one that's doing the research for me. She's really, really great. She's
That's
not
awesome.
only letting me dig on her property, but then we keep finding these amazing things. And so now
That's
she's
incredible.
off. She's loving it. She's off and just doing all kinds of research and trying to locate these people and sending me pictures of stuff that she's found. And by the time we're done, it's probably going to be a documentary or something, because it's pretty amazing.
I mean,
That's really cool.
it sounds like a documentary worth watching. Honestly, the journey sounds incredible.
Thank you so much.
That is really cool, especially when you have the property owner that's just as thrilled with the
Yeah,
discovery
she's
and
really excited about
diving
it.
right
And
in. That is
I
so
mean,
cool.
she never thought there'd be anything like that, and I'm like, hey, I dug 4 silvers today and a silver ring. And she's like, wow. And I'm like, hey, I dug my very first Walker Liberty $50. And she's like, oh my God. And I'm like, I found 4 pocket knives and a pocket watch. And, it's so endless. I'm just amazed every time I go out there. It's just
So,
incredible.
what kind of property is this?
It's an old 1925 school. It's on 3 acres. It was built by H.E. Boyd, who is a real big architect here in Evansville in southern Indiana. And the place is just incredible. It's currently for sale. It's been on the market for a long time, but it's been closed since 1972. And it's literally just been sitting there, just deteriorating and just rotting away. And the grounds are just incredible. I mean, it's on 3 acres, and there's like this one strip right down the middle of the field, and it used to be a ball field back in the 20s. I rolled back and found some old Google images, and back in the 20s, there was actually a little ball field back there. And so there's this one strip of land right down the middle of the field, and it is just packed. I mean, I found that French coin, a Chinese coin, from the 1700s. This Chinese coin is like incredibly old, in the 1856 Dix Centimes French Napoleon III coin. And
Crazy.
2 days ago, I found 2 tokens that are like from Chicago and a comb that's from Chicago. So I think a lot more was going on at this area before the school was there than what's really
Sounds
known.
like it.
I really do, because there's so many different things from so many different places that are there. I mean, I can't believe that it's, got to be something like some sort of old trade route or something where a lot of people came and met. And because you can see for miles out there, it's on a little hill, and it's a pretty incredible place. It really is.
Is there a waterway around there?
There's a natural spring on the property.
Oh, there you go.
So,
wow.
Yeah, and that's what fed the school. That's why they built the school there, was because the water was right there. So, I mean, this place is just so incredible. It's unbelievable.
So
I can imagine you probably would find another time capsule there, possibly if one teacher did it. Maybe there might be more time capsules from different years too. You may have just started scratching the surface.
Yeah, that's what I was just getting at. Yeah,
and I've only just scratched the surface. About it. Yeah. I mean, so far out there, I haven't really even dug anything under a 23. I've had everything notched out all the way up to 23 so that I could cherry pick and go find those good coins. And I've already found 21 silvers, It's like, oh, okay. So when I get the gold signals
Okay.
turned on my Knox, I mean, it could be incredible. Who knows?
Oh
There
my
could be
gosh, the things
anything
you're
out there.
overlooking right now, probably.
Yeah, I am, but I have time, so
That's awesome. That's
it
so
should be
cool.
really, really good.
PA said, how deep was the time capsule?
It was about 10, 12, 14 inches deep. I mean, it was down there. So there is a video on my channel. It's just me finding the time capsule right now, but you can watch it. It's my latest video out.
What was the VDI on that one? What did it come up?
28 to 30. It started off really, really nice, really solid. And I was like, ooh, cool. Here we go. Another silver. Yeah. And then I got down when I opened the plug, it got pretty sketchy. And I was like, okay. So, and then I took the first couple of scoops out. I saw the jar, the end of the mason jar. And I'm like, okay, well, it's a jar. So I kept digging. I was like, I want to be really, really careful. I don't want to break this thing. So I was really, really careful and just lifted it out. And bam, there it was. I was like, wow. I mean, it's so amazing. So amazing.
I'd rather find that than a jar full of coins. That's just my personal opinion, because to me that is priceless.
It's my favorite find in my first 11 months.
Crazy.
I mean,
That's
I have
so
gold, I have silver, I have incredible stuff, but that time capsule, you know, like many people said, you may never find anything like that again ever.
That's crazy. That's awesome. That's so cool.
That's just insane to me.
How's your own, Randy?
To have that paper still together and not like rotted, and the jar itself is not broken. Every time I find those mason jar lids, they're smashed. The glass is smashed, and even the white milk glass insert is sometimes broken. That's how bad they're broken up. To have,
and I mean, there was water inside of it.
That mason jar looks great.
There was a little bit of water in there. The paper was wet when I took it out. And so I took it out and I let it start drying, and I thought, maybe I better open that up before it dries out. So I went in and I really, really carefully opened it up and laid it out so that it could dry flat instead of drying folded up, because then I thought that might cause damage. So
that is awesome.
I think I did the right thing. You know, I don't know anything about this stuff. This is obviously my first historic find ever. So I did the best I could, and I think I'm doing well with it. I think it's going to turn into a great story.
Johnny Small Pepper said, "Can you read the letter?"
Yes. It just says class of 1950 at the top, and then there's a principal's name. His name is Mr. W. Parker, and then there's just a list of 10 names. You might be able to see it. I don't know.
Let me put you up here on solo.
So Dorothy White, Johnny Ash, Linda Yearby. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it pretty well. It's just a little hard to read.
And all the same handwriting?
It's all penned in the same hand.
That's cool. That is really cool.
And you can see it gets really, really bad the further I go up.
Yeah, I see the 1950 at the top.
Yeah, I mean, how cool is that?
That's really cool.
I mean, as soon as I seen it, I was like, oh my God, there's a message in a bottle. You know?
Or a treasure map.
Your treasure map. Yes. That would have
map.
been cool. That would have been really cool.
I can't imagine that if there's one, there's got to be more there. So you may be surprised what other things you find there in mason jars with other classes, maybe, or different years.
Yeah, there's no telling.
You know,
because
awesome.
when you get back to the 1925, 1950s, 1970s, you know, life was different back then. You know, they didn't have the internet and all this crazy stuff. So things were a lot, you know, more simple. And
looking forward to seeing your future videos, because you're going to be finding a lot of good stuff there. I know you are.
Much. I know you guys might get tired of seeing this field, but you won't get tired of seeing the treasures that are coming out of it. I promise you that, because they're just incredible.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I haven't watched all of them. I've missed the last couple MondayDigs, so I'm like about 3 weeks behind everybody else, but I will get there.
You just have to binge one night. That's all.
Yeah, that's true. I've been sick. I'm actually like just going back to work tomorrow. I've been out for 2 weeks, so I've done my live streams on here the best I can, and other than that, I've just been sleeping. And so that's why I got so behind on everything. But, now that I start my normal life back tomorrow, I'll be able to get back to keeping up with everybody.
That's awesome.
And where are you from, Ken?
Oh, I'm Michigan map. This is Detroit down here. This is where I'm at right here, right across from Milwaukee. So,
all right,
cool.
Okay, so Michigan map. Detroit is down here, and I'm over here. All
right.
By Grand Rapids, Michigan.
In Indiana, I'm way down in the toe. Way down the toe.
Yeah, Dad told me you were only like an hour and a half or so away from us.
Yeah, we're not far apart, and I do hope to get together soon. I think me and Shane can have a lot of fun digging some holes. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's been. I think every conversation I have with him, he mentions like, "Yeah, we're going to be doing this real soon," and I'm like,
"Well, just north of the school is a gravel road. That's been there since probably the dawn of man, and." I got back to 1902 on historical aerials, and there are 8 old homesteads along this road that are just north of the school. That is all cornfields now.
Oh, man.
So if and when I ever get done with the school, we got some more stuff to hit.
Oh, my gosh. You got plenty of places to go down there. That's awesome,
man. That's a thing, Gosh, so many of my friends and everybody on here. I watch so many of you struggle and like just try to find somewhere great to hunt. I mean, some people are really struggling, and it's so unfortunate. My heart goes out to you, like full-hearted, because I mean, literally everywhere I go are endless targets. It's as if nobody detects here at all. I mean, I know one guy locally, and we've hunted a couple times together. But other than that, I've never seen him in other metal detectors. I've never heard of anybody else metal detecting. And everywhere I go, it's just completely loaded with targets. I mean,
you just got real lucky, man.
I mean, everywhere, every tot lot. I mean, I went to one tot lot in Newburgh, Indiana, and found 4 silvers and 23 pieces of jewelry. It took me 4 days to clean out this tot lot at the school. I mean,
never been hit. It sounds like
never ever had been touched. There's no way. I mean, when you pull 23 pieces of jewelry out of the same playground, and one, I got some silvers, a little cute kitty cat, and a couple silver rings, and man, it's. I'm so blessed. It's just like endless targets everywhere I go.
If you ever want to have pull tabs, come on up.
Yeah, I mean,
pull tabs. We got all sorts of pull tabs. The
everybody, that's the thing too. People, a lot of people are all worried about their settings and this and that and yada yada yada. And man, when that thing beeps, I dig. Period. I don't care what signal it is. I don't care how it sounds, because there is no way that what is in the ground, regardless of how much experience you have. And that may be a noob thing to say, because I've only been doing this a year, and I'm getting pretty good at guessing what's coming out of the ground, but you never know for sure what's in there until you dig it up. And so I dig every target, every tone, every beep, every click. I mean, if that thing, sometimes I dig targets that don't even register a VDI, that just go beep, 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 and you'll never even see a VDI, but I'll pinpoint that thing and I'll go get that sucker, because
that's awesome.
It could be anything.
Absolutely. I've had those false alarms with those mason jar lids, the old mason jar lids. So I keep thinking it's a coin, and I dig it up and it's another mason jar lid, another one. So I found a trash area with a whole bunch of mason jar lids. Now I'm not going to overlook those areas as much, because you're finding a cool thing in a mason jar with those lids. So I'm gonna have to slow down a little bit more.
I probably never will be able to get this whole place detected. Like you say, that you can never dig out every target. Hey, he's here. He's at his own show. Welcome.
Hey, you know what? I want to first just let me apologize really fast. I did not know this was going to happen with this basketball game today. It went 28 minutes over, and they don't normally go that long. We stole a win. from the number 4 ranked team in the country today, and I'm fired up.
Wow.
I want to thank Miss Alex for getting with you guys and getting this thing going today and hanging out. And I don't know where you're at, so I'm going to just kind of listen for a few minutes. But I do apologize for being late, and I'm going to let Alex keep on going with this, and then we will, and then I will kind of interject when I feel like I can talk to y'all.
We're having a good time, that's for sure. Thank you for having me on your show, Shane. I really appreciate it.
I definitely am glad to have you guys. And everybody, please, hashtag MondayDigs every Monday, because we work really hard on this channel as well as the other one, where we keep killing it. We're trying to build everybody up and make this community that much stronger. And these guys below me, you know what? We don't get a chance to see these guys that often. Ken's been doing some giveaways lately, and Brian's been studding it up. So I'm really fired up. I've been screaming for the last 2 hours, so I'm going to be loud for a minute.
Look, this is how the live stream ended, if you can't tell.
That's exciting. Hey, Cheryl and Randy. Yes, he says next time you go out there, take the 15-inch coil and run the 4 kilohertz. I plan on doing all of that as soon as the over 23 stop beeping. I'll get right on that. Yeah, I do intend. You know, I've been gridding it out, and I've been going north and south one time I go out there, and then I've been going east and west the next time that I go out there, and then I've been going diagonal the next time, often with just the 11-inch coil, but I will hit it with the 11. I'll hit it with the 6. Then I'll take that big monster 15 out there and get every bit of depth I can get, and see if I can really score something awesome. I mean, I'm not sure it can get much better, but let's hope it does.
You got a lot of bucket listers. My bucket listers out of that area, all the silver that you're picking up out of there. Those are. I haven't got. There's a whole bunch on my bucket list. So
I have 9 bucket lists in 27 days and 21 silvers. So
that's so awesome.
And I've only just begun. And
you know what? You're sharing that with us too. You're sharing that with us. That your hunt is really cool, because you're sharing that with us, the excitement of what you're finding, and that makes us a part of that hunt. And we're anticipating the next hunt and the next hunt and the next hunt.
Yeah, the next.
It's not like you have someone sitting next to you screaming and going, yeah, and high fiving. You're high fiving yourself.
That would be exciting. That would be exciting. I love being out there alone though too, especially out at that school. It is. I mean, this place is in the middle of nowhere. You know, the biggest traffic out there is the mail lady and the UPS guy. You know, that's it. And when I'm out there, it is so calm. It's so peaceful. The breeze is just blowing, running through the trees. You can see it on the grass when I'm hunting. And man, I get out there and I get in a state of zen, and I don't even realize that I'm talking or what I'm saying. Often when I get home and I'm going through my footage, I'm like, did I say that really? You know, I don't even think about it. It's with my mount up here where I have it, you know, hands-free, I've just become very numb to it even being there. I don't often even realize it. I'm just out there having a great time.
That's the best way to have it.
I think so too.
It's what it's all about. Getting out there and letting all your life stress. I mean, I know that not everybody has stress in their life, but you know, when you've got a job that depends on you or whatnot, and get out there and listen to a beep and just kind of play and just kind of go off on your own. It's some of the best therapy for anything that you have going wrong in your life.
That's the thing. When I get out there, I don't think about anything. I honestly don't, except what might come out of the ground next. That's the only thing I think about. I don't think about bills, or, you know, sometimes I'll think about the weather if it's about to blow me over, but that's about it.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
I don't know how far you guys have gotten into anything today, but you know, one of the main questions is that I had for you for today, Brian, was I really wanted to know, because you know, I wanted to know that, you know, you have really kind of beaten the odds in the YouTube community, because you've had very rapid growth in a very short period of time in a very small niche.
Well, thank you.
So, you know, one of the things that everybody in here that's trying to grow their channel might want to know is that what is some of just the basic things that you do on the daily basis for your channel to keep your stuff flowing and moving so fast? Because that is one of the main questions that we get from people that are struggling, is how do you continually make that grow fast in that instance?
Well, fortunately for me, I'm at a time in my life financially where I don't have to worry about much, and it gives me a lot of time to hunt. So that's a first bonus. Um, Having all that time and stemming from my web design, I've been a web designer for 25 years, and you learn a lot about search engine optimization when you're building websites for business clients. And so I applied all of that SEO knowledge that I have directly towards my YouTube channel. And I've been doing that since day one. And I think that's really helping me a lot. And I spend, this is a full-time job. I didn't know it was going to be this way. I thought it was just going to be out and go hunt, have fun, and come home and whip your video together, and it's all going to be great. Well, it's really not. I mean, I do dedicate anywhere from 8 to 12 hours a day towards metal detecting, between going and finding the stuff and bringing it home and cleaning it up, and then taking the photographs and then sharing those photographs all over social media. Since I've been in web design for so long, I've got a really large Twitter following. I've been on Twitter since '08. And so I've got, 12,000 people over there that I can get to instantly. And then I've just been working, through Facebook and the other social media channels. I join a lot of groups. A lot of people invite me to their groups. In those groups, I post imagery of the finds that I find, and I try to take the best photos that I possibly can and get really beautiful pictures out there into the social media world. And it's turning on a lot of people. I've reached, maybe 4,000 people on Facebook just in the last week through all the different social media stuff that I'm doing. And then when you join a group and you actually make a post and people either comment or like or heart it or something like that, well, then once they've done that, then you can actually invite them to your page. And so as you post in these groups, then you keep track of who's commenting and who's liking, and then you invite those people to your page. And then a lot of the people that you can invite, I just friend, I friend them. And once you friend somebody, you can also invite them to your page. And then that's how I'm driving traffic to my social media sites. And between the SEO, great videos, great editing, social media, and then now these incredible finds, I think the sky's the limit.
Yeah, I agree. And what we have going on Monday nights, we've been talking about it. I've had private conversations with both you and Ken. Gene, I've had them, Gary a little bit as well. We're going to expand upon that this year. We're going to grow that out into something different. We're going to make it, we're going to try to make it a mainstay. That's going to be the goal. And I feel like, because Brian, it ain't gonna be that much longer, and I'm gonna be knocking on your door, because I've been aiming to get down there, and we're gonna spend the day. It's coming. Well, no, I can't. He's got an exclusive. That his permission's exclusive. I don't want that. I want to sit down and have a beer and a steak and learn some of the stuff that he does, because he does a lot of the things that I don't do well. And then Ken on the other side, up there, he's got a very good way of thinking, and he's got the same enthusiasm for this group. And that's why, I've had Gene on several times, but these two guys here were the first ones I wanted to bring on for this little episode, because I've been brainstorming with these guys every week.
No, I told him earlier that I couldn't have a conversation with you without you bringing up that you were going to go meet up with him.
Yeah.
We need to get together. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And I want to pick your brain on some of my finds. I mean, some of the stuff that I have no idea what it is or where it came from or what it could be. And I think you can offer a lot to that as well.
It's coming. And just so everybody knows, this YouTube channel of yours has been 11 months in the making.
Yes, sir.
11 months. Brian has done phenomenal. So you know what? Let me put it out there really fast. And I've been tooting Brian's horn. I haven't got a chance to get much to Ken just yet because that's
I'm
coming.
sorry, Ken.
That's coming. No, but you know what? You guys are on here today, and I want to make sure that you both get the due diligence and necessity of attention that you deserve. But Brian has done a lot in a very short period of time. He may have had a pre-existing knowledge to help him get started, but he's really tackled a lot of the things that we all have problems with in our growth. So if you haven't friended him on Facebook, or if you haven't joined one of his groups, or you haven't been on his channel and subscribed and pay attention to his community posts, I know that if you stick your hand out in friendship, Brian will be glad to spend some time and give you a hand with what he knows as well.
Yes,
and
sir.
there is also other parts of this whole thing that we're just getting ready to dive in here at this channel that he's going to help me set up. So Brian has been an absolute resource for me going the last month or so. And now getting over to Ken for just a second here. I've been talking to Ken, and Ken basically is like, man, can me and you have a phone conversation? Can we have a talk? And I'm like, sure, man, because I'll make time for everybody. And I got on the phone with Ken. The first time I sit down and talk to Ken, I never heard so much enthusiasm into one thing in my life. This guy is absolutely fired up. And when you have passion for something, you know what, and everybody's still learning. Nobody's an expert, but when you have passion for something, it shows. And when you put it out on your content like that, and you get to know somebody and you see their content, see what they're putting into it. Ken puts good effort into his videos, and he's grown exponentially in the last month and a half. You've almost doubled your subscriptions in the last 2 months. Is that correct, Ken?
That's absolutely correct. I'm blown away. I didn't expect to be this far along, to be honest. It's very appreciative for the support I got.
Yeah. So, what we're telling everybody is that, hey, the hashtag that we use, if you do not want to try to be in a time slot for Monday night, you can still use that hashtag. Just drop your video on a Monday, and we can really grow the amount of videos that come into this. And we're taking 6, 7, 8, 9 channels, and we're putting them all together, and we're making it one, and we're all sharing the same growth and profit from that. And that being that everybody has done about this exact same in growing their channels or improving. So some people out there complain that they don't grow their channel fast enough, but this group is a way if you don't have very many supporters to gain that, because it is a family, it is a community, and these guys here are all absolutely phenomenal.
And I thank you so much for letting me be a part of MondayDigs. I think MondayDigs is really awesome. I think it is going to go straight to the top. What I love about it the most is that everybody has their own style, and everybody has their own things that they're doing. And so you get a whole mix of it all. I mean, with goat and swamp and everybody, you just get a mix of everything, of all from magnet fishing to metal detecting, and everything in between. And I don't think you can do any better than that. I think it's incredible.
Hey,
it's entertaining without variety. That variety of different personalities and different types of things, like goat with mining and prospecting and metal detecting, and Swamp Rat Nation. He's out digging up these glass and that ranch.
Yeah,
carries out from there.
And that dude is a shotgun shell expert, man. He knows them all.
Oh.
But that's just it. Everybody's got a little bit different forte or niche within the niche. Jeff's doing the gold mine out there, and he's, and that's the same thing. He's a metal detectorist as well. And then you can't forget, this week here, Shane Kubat, the blind detectorist, comes in early at 7:45, and then metal detecting with Randy, they shared a hunt, they collabed, and they had 1-2 videos together. Remember when you had like Must See Monday on TV back in the day, when you watched 3 or 4 sitcoms in a row? That's exactly what we're doing. We're trying to push that out on everybody, and it's not limited. We'll take prospectors. If you want to put out a video that day, we all go to links to promote the whole lineup. So anybody that wants to be involved, you can reach out to any one of us, and we will find a spot. And if you want to grow or help or join our little community, we're more than glad to have you.
That's how I grew.
if Monday Dig starts at 12:01 on Monday AM morning and runs all the way through, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing, you know, and everybody understands that not everybody's going to spend 3 hours watching all these videos in a row. But if everybody stops in and watches 1, 2, 3 videos where they may have watched only one from the guy that they were subscribed to, them extra 2 guys get an extra view that day and probably a new supporter, maybe a new subscription.
Yeah.
The pattern of growth is real by being a group, and
that's exactly right.
It's just, and that's the thing, is that staying like-minded, staying cordial and staying very kind to everybody in the community and working together, not trying to divide it. So I don't ever want to see the division. Just keep working with each other, and everybody has something to really offer this. Me and Gene were just taking views from one another. That's what started this. We were stealing views because we both had very similar community. We both started our videos and we were both booming at the same time. And it was like, it just seemed like we called it a double feature.
Yep. And that became a triple and a quad. And now we got 6, 8, and who knows what's going to happen. And I think that's great, bringing everybody together too, because everybody else too has their own little audience too. And so, like you said, you will get people from these other audiences that are all going to combine and mix together and just make one big happy family.
Everybody, if you haven't done so yet, please take the time to thank Miss Alex for helping me out tonight, because I can't do what I do without her on a daily basis for this and other things. And I'm blessed to have such a wonderful kid.
Yeah, it was fun. I didn't really know what to do when I got in here, because you didn't say, hey, this is my game plan for the day. This is what I'm doing today. So I could at least, preview that. But you just said, start the stream. And I was like, okay, I'll start the stream. I brought Brian up for a second because I went over and asked you if you told him. I was like, hey, this what's going on. I don't know how it's going to go, but we're going to roll with it.
Yeah. All I was like, just say hey to everybody in the chat, and I didn't think the game would run 27 minutes over, but it did. So, but you know what? It's another thing, and also, if there is anybody in here that has any inclination of liking anything to do with sports and being a part of a community, it's in the blood. Is actually blowing up exponentially today. We had a great night tonight. I can't wait to talk to her about it later. But it was absolutely phenomenal. And those guys all came over here tonight and said, hey, and I appreciate all of you for hanging out with me tonight. But Tim, that is, for Big Red, Alex, you do rock.
I love Big Red, the drink, and my coach is
I
Big
love
Red.
Big Red,
so I don't know which one you're referring to, but
Big Red's awesome.
So you know what, Brian, I know you got your time capsule, and it got you some national attention in a sense from that aspect. When you realize what that was, what's that feeling when you realize that, that's something that is it's on everybody's hit list, is to find, something like that's historical, that you can date, you can go back and find the people that were involved, and it being a time capsule and you digging it up. That doesn't happen every day.
Do you see how red my face is? It's been like this since January 9th. So I am in this entire elated state. I haven't come down yet. I suspect when I do, I'm going to crash hard, because I have been so far up for the last 10 days that, it's insane. It's so incredible. And it is getting a lot of attention. It may get some media attention as well here locally. I've already spoken with somebody in the industry, and so it could really turn into something great. And I think it should, because I think it's a great find. I think it's a great story, and to be the guy who was lucky enough to dig the hole, I guess I'm just blessed and honored.
I've been smitten with it the whole time. The word jealous has come out of my mouth several times.
Well, don't be jelly.
Oh man, you know what? But you know what? Jealousy is not necessarily a bad thing over something like that. That's amazing to do.
It helps motivate people. That's for sure.
you know, and that's the thing, because there's times when metal detecting, you know, it's not just all treasure when you're out there. We dig trash and we dig sites that do not work for us. We dig constantly, and to have something that picks you up and motivates you to go back out there when you've had maybe 2 or 3 bad digs in a row, because that happens.
Definitely. I've got a 50-gallon trash bag or can full of garbage if anybody wants to come and go through it. I mean, I
Also,
pull
Jonathan
it's
said
80%
that
trash.
here is the places that you can metal detect.
Yeah, so that's our buddy down there. He's in Mississippi. He's basically Jonathan give us an invite to come down and swing down there.
Awesome.
Rocky Point Manor in Kentucky. I'll have to look that one up. But he's got some Civil War area down there by his place, you know, and we meet people everywhere. Man,
I did find that 2-ringer, so that there may be something else there. That's for sure. Like I said, I haven't really dug many signals under 23 so far, so there's really no telling what I'm going to find when I really start detecting it. I've just been going out there and just kind of cherry picking to see if I can find, you know, all the great silver.
So you're a little bit west of Morgan's Raiders when they came up into Indiana. So you're a little west of that, but all along the southern Indiana river line, we found several two-ringer Confederate bullets. More, not that many of them though, but we have. And you know, it's funny, but on these school sites is where I've got a school that I found that when I got on Ken's show, I found a skeleton key, and then the one thing that didn't make it, where did it go? Had it sitting right here with me because I was going to talk about it. Yeah, is that I found, and this was on another school lot. There was it was a nice drop 3-ringer. I've never found one that nice before.
Wow.
And that was 7 foot away from the foundation of a schoolhouse, an 1800 schoolhouse.
Wow.
So, you know, they're here. The Civil War stuff is in this area. But it's just not as frequent as when you go a little further south.
Sure.
Ken, what's next for your channel? What do you got coming up? I just wanted to say, because I really lost touch with what you were doing next, so I want to know today.
You know, I have to decide what's coming up, because I've got a lot of footage from the warm weather. We're pretty frozen in right now up here in Michigan, so I have to be a little selective. There's a few different sites I'd like to share. There's a baseball field that we had rumor that there was a baseball field, and me and my 12-year-old daughter went out and actually found the baseball field, found a baseball cleat, and found pennies and coins related to that date when it was closed up. So that might be one of the, I know it's going to be in one of the upcoming videos, just don't know when yet. But there's a lot to dig through, and I just have to condense it down to about 12 to 13 minutes to keep it within the parameters of Monday Digs, or I have to do a part 1 to part 2 again. So
yeah, it's keeping that strict is kind of makes this work. So
it does. You know, there's a lot of people that don't have 30 minutes or something to watch a big long video. So I think the 12 to 15 minute range is really, really good for Monday Digs, because you've often seen me drop really, really long videos midweek, you know, so between running shorts, really long videos, and our nice 12 to 15 minute videos, I think I have a nice mix for everybody that has that sort of time, you know, to be able to get something.
Yeah. And the one other comment that I wanted to make about all of that is that as far as everything goes with the Monday scenario, what it does is that the one thing that it does promote is consistency of releasing videos and content. So everybody has some content to release every single week. You know what? And everybody kind of feels like you hold everybody accountable to kind of for the group. And so everybody's working to make sure their edits are done on time. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I've slacked. There's been a couple of times that I didn't get my edits done, and I've had to try to build up the 9 to 10 o'clock group by a 15-minute live stream, which I don't mind doing. I've gotten more into the helping part of it, and, you know, just pushing everybody else, because that's where I'm getting enjoyment right now, because I'm not getting to dig a lot. So that's always fine too, just to kind of push everybody else into growing. But you know what I want to do? I do want to say today, because you guys are on here, I saw a bunch of different names in the chat today. And if I see your name, I'm going to go ahead and promote you to moderator, because I'm assuming you're a channel. And if you want to share it, that way you have the ability to do so in the chat.
Awesome. And Tim asked me, he asked if that property is for sale. That property actually is for sale by owner, but the property owner told me that she recently removed the for sale by owner listing that she had. So
Like she's having fun with you, man. Like,
so it may no longer be up for sale. I'm not sure. You know, I don't know what it is about this place, and I have found this time capsule, and it is truly captivating and historic. But I still think there's something better there.
I know it.
I don't know what it is, but I have this feeling that something amazing is going to come out of that ground just because it's never been touched. And I feel it. I know it's coming.
Yeah, you know, just to say a virgin site is amazing, you know, just to have one, because you were talking, and here was the thing Brian was telling me, like, no, I don't think there's anybody really close to me that does detect. And in our area, there's probably 20 guys that dig. I mean, and so I've been working on a history / hoping it turns into a metal detecting small series about a local war hero. And I come to find out that the guy that owns the house that I could dig on is not very nice. And so I'm still going to make the video, but I won't get a chance to dig on the property at the end, it looks like. So,
man, we got a bot or a troll if somebody could get that.
I got him.
Cool.
But yeah, but everything was going to be really grand. And where I'm moving, just so you guys know, is I can see a War of 1812 general's house that's in a state park from my front door.
Wow.
So I've got a whole acre. I've got a whole acre to dig here, but the whole thing of it is that where it's at, his house is in the state park. I can't, you can't dig there in Kentucky. It's illegal. And then he had another house in town here. And the gentleman that owns it is just, he basically, as soon as I mentioned history, he knew what I wanted and basically shooed me off the yard when I stopped to talk to him. I caught him outside finally. I figured it was a lot less invasive instead of knocking on his door. And he basically, when I asked him if he knew the history of his home, and he said, yes, I do. He says, and just before you asked the question, he says, I'm not letting anybody metal detect here.
Man, that's a dagger in the heart, isn't it? No.
Yeah. So, and then I asked him if I could take some live footage of his house, and then he said no, because I don't want others showing up to do that. So
Yeah.
all the photos that I'm going to use in that video are going to be historical photos of the house that I get off the line. So
Wow.
But I thought I was going to have a nice ending because, I heard that he was a guy that respects and loves history, the reason why he bought the house. And then I thought if I offered to turn over everything I found, I thought it was going to work out. And I got cut down really fast. So it didn't work out the way I wanted, but it's still going to be a pretty decent video.
Well, the only reason I found this place was because I had been digging so many tot lots. I literally got on Google Earth and I was scoping every tot lot that's within 30 miles of my area. And I've got like 100 that are mapped out, and I've hit several, a ton of them already. But I found the little tot lot. They have a little city park in this town, and I found that tot lot, and that's why I was out there digging. And one day I thought, well, I'm just going to drive around. There's a few gravel roads here. So I went up the one road, and there's some really old rundown houses there, and I'm thinking, ooh, these are good door knockers because I want to hit these spots. And then I go up the road and I see the old general store. The old general store's there, and it's like an old Masonic lodge and just this really great stuff. And then I go down the road, and many of you have seen it on the video, and there's a beautiful church, and then there's the school right there. And I'm like, oh my God, is this heaven? Have I reached the pearly gates? And right on the pearly gates is a for sale sign with a phone number. And I thought, I dialed her up. I said, hey, I'm standing in front of your property. I think it's incredible. It's beautiful. Would you mind if I metal detected on it? And she was like, no, sure, go right ahead. And so I talk with her as much as I do you guys. I mean, because I'm finding all these great things. And so I send them over to her, and she just loves it. I mean, she's just as blown away as we are.
Yeah,
that's great when you have an owner that's thrilled about it like that too. They're actually encouraging you to find more stuff.
Yeah,
and they're participating too. That's awesome.
and this may so 1925, obviously 2025 is the 100-year anniversary. And she really wants something really cool for this school to happen. Even if it gets sold and turned into a business or a museum or a B&B or, whatever it might be, she really wants this place to get redeveloped so it becomes something amazing by the 100th year. That would be really awesome. And who knows, maybe some media attention from these digs and that time capsule, maybe that's what turns the key for and makes that happen. And if it does, I'm grateful.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, I just love hearing about it because every comment that comes out about that property, it sounds like me when I go out on any hunt. I'm that wound up for it. I get that excited. That's why being in here is such a blessing, man, because there's so many like-minded people we're all individuals, but we're all really cut from the same mold. We all have the same aspirations and desires to do things. That's why the metal detecting community is what I love it so much. Have you been anywhere else, Brian? Is that the last, or are you just going out there every day?
For the last 28 days, all I'm doing is going out there. I mean, why would I go anywhere else?
No, I know. I had to say.
And really, somebody could buy it tomorrow and I'd have to be out of there in 60 days. You never know when something like that's going to happen. So yes, I am dedicating 100% of my time and focus on that property. And the great thing about it is, since it's been, deteriorating since 72, they put up a fence around the school to keep the vandals out. Well, I haven't even metal detected inside the fence yet, near the building. This is the stuff that I'm finding is all in this area that surrounds the building. I haven't even been inside the fence yet. And I am going to get to go inside the fence. I'm going to get her permission, and the maintenance guy is already working with me to make some of that happen. So
that's awesome. There's
so cool. Going to be some great stuff coming out of the ground. I can promise you that.
Man, you're just,
if I can find 21 silvers outside the fence, imagine what is going to be inside the fence. And there used to be an old sidewalk that ran up to the school. We found some really old pictures. You'll see some of them in the video, and it's heaven. I feel like I'm in heaven when I go out there. It's just amazing.
So I got to imagine that some of them colonial spots and, up east is got to be that way for the stuff that, that they get over there, the 1600 stuff, and or was that way at some point. I can only imagine what it would be like to dig those kind of treasures on the daily.
Right now it feels wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Hey, and just so everybody knows that I've got 2 giveaways today that are going to happen in this live. So and everybody that is talking in the chat that is hanging out is already entered. Since I've been here, when I set the giveaway tool, I have 51 entries in the giveaway today. But the giveaways are going to consist of everything's going to include a sticker pack. And the 2 giveaways that I got for today that are going to be actually one. Well, actually, I'll separate them and I'll put stickers and poker chips and all that stuff with them. One is a hand trowel. It's a plastic digging tool for like when you're in the sand and stuff like that. Nice. It's a Nocta Macro that I was supposed to give away at another time, and I didn't do that. But the Nocta Macro hand digging tool, and I've also got a Calico fines pouch to go with that. And with those giveaways, there will be channel swag from several different channels. You will get stickers. You will get my poker chip, and and you'll get a couple of Alley Cat treasure buttons.
Sweet.
And there's a few other things that'll go along with that. And that will be at probably 10:15. We will draw that out. So if you haven't commented in a while, please do so that you get entered in. Yeah, stickers, Shanks. Absolutely. If I was to say gift card, this guy right here would flat out win it. Right there. 1-2 off of me. So
wow.
But we are going to do a couple drawings today, and really excited because I haven't done any giveaways yet this year. but I felt it due today. Also, you guys, and I'm going to put you guys both on the spot here.
All right.
This is going to be really fun too. Also, my current co-host is probably not going to have enough internet to continue in here on Thursdays. So I'm going to kind of run through the Monday Digs group and let guys, if they want to come in and co-host a week or two at a time, give everybody a segment to kind of come in and hang out and meet some of the people that I bring in here. You're the first two that I've asked. I didn't get a chance to talk to Gene yet, but you were the first three on my list. So if you guys are willing, I'll be hitting you up with dates to come in here and co-host on Thursdays. How do you feel about that?
I'm open to that. I'm having a good time.
Yeah. See, I'm putting you guys right on the spot to make sure that everybody kind of gets in there. Pink Power Alley.
I don't mind that at all. I like being on the spot.
That's fun, man, because
pressure.
It's a lot of fun. I figure that you guys would mind it. There's
Who knows? Maybe my face will appear on a video someday.
Nah, you got the shoes, man. You got the shoes.
Right. Keep rocking the shoes, definitely.
Yeah, man. I think I'm going to start calling him Dorothy because of the red slipper.
That's fine.
No place like the school. There's no place like the school.
That's right. There is no place like the school. There's really not. It's a dream come true, really. But like I said, I had practiced for this for 11 months straight, working on my targeting so that I could, someday slay a place just like this. And here it is. It's my chance, and I'm going to seize the day. That's for sure.
Destiny.
It truly is. I think that it was fate. I think things do happen for a reason, and I think this is my time.
Yeah, I know we had some conversation, and I knew that you had reached out to several other people in the past, trying to get insight and maybe a little bit of assistance or help, and not a lot of people were very receptive in the get-go or from the get-go. Mm-hmm. I think that is I think everybody that if somebody asks you for help in this community, you should give it. Just remember that when somebody says, "Hey, I want to know this about what you do." If you have 5 minutes, you can answer a question. You can answer a question in a comment. It's really easy not to, if somebody comes to you asking for help or wanting something that's not, within out of your realm to give, hook everybody up, because, this community needs to grow. It needs to be bigger. And if we help each other, it's only going to get better.
And I agree with that 100%.
That's why I think I've grown as much as I have, is because of the nurturing of the Monday Digs team and the support of you guys. You guys helping me out when I have questions and making suggestions. There's no sense in reinventing the wheel if you guys already been down that path and can offer some guidance. And
I have much to share to help everybody. So
you do.
I wanted to make sure that my techniques worked. And so everybody knows Gary's metal detecting. Me and Gary are really, really tight. We have been since day one. And he came in a little later. He's a few months, in front of me. And so I took all the mistakes that I made right in the beginning. And then I took all the things that I learned from the experiences that I was having. And I've been sharing that with Gary. And Gary's channel has grown exponentially as well. I mean, he's over 600 followers or subscribers, and his channel's only been up 4 or 5 months now. So he's going to hit his 1,000 mark even before I did, as far as time. And I'm not going to say that it's all because of me, because it's not. It's, because of the person and the finds and just the character of each, channel. But Gary has applied these simple techniques that I use for search engine optimization and using the shorts. Before the shorts were in beta and you didn't get the views and you didn't get the hours while the shorts were in beta. Well, shorts are no longer in beta, and they get you views and they get you hours. And shorts have become a very powerful portion of my channel. It's allowed me to grow. When you look at the audience in your analytics for our normal videos, you'll see that it's mostly United States, Canada, UK, a few Australians, the really big dig areas. But then when you drop shorts, and it gets in the shorts feed, it goes worldwide, and it blows up really, really fast. You get thousands and thousands of views really, really quickly. And then when you go back in your analytics and you look at that, you can see, I mean, I have one short that did, 6,500 views, and the list of countries is 2 pages long of
Awesome.
of all these people that are watching. And so these shorts are bringing international attention to my channel. And a lot of people say, well, shorts watchers won't watch your long videos. Well, who cares? They weren't watching my long videos to start. Now they're watching my shorts and they're subscribing to my channel. So I think if you're not running shorts, you really should. And if anybody needs help in any of this stuff, definitely don't hesitate to holler at me. I will help anyone. I'm a giving person.
Yeah, Chris, I just left you that text in there. Get with me. I will definitely help you fix that.
Thank you,
It's not hard to fix, and it's easy to work, to get the shorts to work. Anytime, man. I know that. I think you have my number as well. If you don't, I'll send it to you over Facebook, and we'll chat it up. Easy peasy. Man, it's been such a really awesome time in here the last year. And I did tell everybody, and I wanted everybody to kind of know that
Hi, Pink.
that the streaming and releasing the videos together doesn't work that well. It ends up taking away from your part of the algorithm, which at this point I'm not that worried about it. I do this all because I want to anyway, and I like it. But you got to be careful with that, because if you stream too often and you put out videos in the same consistency, it really bounces you back and forth on what they think your channel is about, and it can hurt you. And I know some people say that I mean, it'll help you grow initially, but it's hard to maintain growth on your videos when you're doing this every week. So I don't want anybody to think that that's the clear path to being successful, because it's actually kind of a detriment in a way as well if you do what I've done over the last year. But at the same time, I wouldn't trade the last year for anything. I don't care about the rest of it, but just be mindful.
Just know that there's a pro and a con to everything that you do. So as long as the pros outweigh the cons and it's beneficial, then that's something that you should focus on.
Up to 59 entries, by the way. Greetings from New York. Thank you for the subscription. Thank you for hanging out. Also, I suggest Practical Ken and BHiggles. And also It's in the Blood. Those are 3 other channels where everybody is about the community and doing the same things. These are our hashtag MondayDigs. People search that if you haven't yet, and figure out what everybody's about, because there's lots of channels involved.
I'm getting ready. Need help? Just holler at me at Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, and these guys are all basically available anytime you need them to be. I can't believe Brian. I don't know that Brian likes to sleep in the morning a little bit, because I think he's till about 8:30 or 9. But I look at my phone and I see Facebook posts going out at after 1 or 2 in the morning a lot of nights. So he's putting
exactly right. I sleep 2 to 9.
2 to 9. I'm going to add
7 hours a night. I'm solid.
I'm going to add Greetings from New York as a thank you, Kathy. I appreciate you being swift out there, because I have not seen it, and Tim as well. Pink Power got you as well. If you guys have channels and you want to share them, feel free to do so. Getting ready to put the share screen up. I'm going to do the giveaway and go a few more minutes. So, for the next 2 to 3 weeks, starting with you two, we'll alternate you guys in on a co-host night. That way I get to bother you guys a little bit more, because I do apologize for not getting the full effect in today. I had an actual series of questions for both of you, and it just kind of got blew out of the water by my basketball game. But Indiana beat Purdue today.
Yeah.
First time in 10 meetings.
Wow.
Yeah, what a game.
So it was historic.
It should have been over.
Historic, yeah.
In a way it was, but let's see.
So just so everyone knows, my motto is live with purpose, love one another. You cannot go wrong. Please live with purpose. This country has become so divided. It's so silly. There's no reason for division. I hate to inform people, but the government has been screwing us over since the dawn of man. So,
yeah, there's nothing new. There's nothing new between administrations for sure.
No, there's not at all. And for everybody to be so divided is so horrible. Please, 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 just live with purpose. Life is short. Go out, do something.
Yeah. Turn off the news.
Yes, turn off the news. Go out and feel the sunshine on your face. It's much better.
All right. Well, everybody, I want to thank everybody that hung out tonight and has been here all evening with Brian and Ken. Two phenomenal guys, great channels, and even better friends at this point. I couldn't ask for nicer fellows to have a conversation with and call friend. So we're going to do a couple giveaways here. The first one is going to be the shovel, and it's going to have a poker chip. It's going to have 2 different Ohio River history stickers. It's going to have an Alley Cat Treasures pin, and also involved in that will be a small sticker pack from at least 3 other channels on the first one, and I think that'll be good for the giveaway. I'm going to draw it right here, and now we're up to 60 entries. If anybody else has not entered, you have about 20 seconds to drop a quick comment. Thank you, Dennis. That's awesome. You know what? It's just about being good to one another. I think the country needs that. Yeah, we're getting such a wide variety of people in here because we got sports folks that are jumping over here and hanging out as well. So,
and I see some of my Twitter peeps here. So what's up, y'all?
That's awesome.
That is cool. All right, last chance.
Hey, Jody.
Rob is in the house. FL Thunder.
What's up, Rob?
Rob.
Hey, Rob is a wonderful dude.
Well,
All
Rob
right,
was killing it. Wasn't long ago. Rob was down there in Missouri or wherever it was, just tearing it up, boy. Ooh, that courthouse.
Yeah, absolutely. I got phone calls from him when he was like, I can't. Pictures started flooding my phone. I was like, dude, that is so awesome. He was so excited.
You want to tell somebody so bad. You're like, oh my God, look what I found.
Yeah, no doubt. He was so excited. I loved it. It just, that's what makes me tick. All right. Here we go. The first one is the shovel plus the accessory pack. Here it goes.
Good luck, everybody.
The fox in the ground detect. The fox in the ground. You must be present. So please drop a chat in the chat so that I know you're still here. You get a couple minutes of leeway, but it's another channel that I'm not familiar with. You must have just got here.
I've not seen that channel.
I seen somebody say hi to the fox.
There they are.
Oh, there they are.
There's foxes here. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Fox, please send an email to this address. I'll drop it out here, but it is skirvinlewis@gmail.com. Where's it at on my banners? It is right there. And I will get your pack out to you shortly. Where did it go? Did I delete it?
Hang on, I'll get it for you.
I know, but I'm just saying I don't see it. Oh, that's why I don't see it. Jesus, what's wrong with me? There it is. The fox in the ground, congratulations. Email me your address, how you would like the mail address to you, and I will get it right out probably tomorrow because I think I'm going to have time to do so. We're going to go through and do one more today. The second one is going to be the fines pouch. It's going to have the same other accessories that I mentioned on the first one involved, and we're going to draw it here in a few seconds. All right. 60 entries. Nobody else has joined. Hit the draw again button. Good luck, everybody, and thank you for participating tonight. Here we go. Good luck.
Good luck.
Scuba
Sonia.
Hashtag Team Sonia.
Hashtag. Are you still here, Sonia? Because I know I haven't seen you in a minute. So please drop a quick a quick say hello in chat one more time today?
There she is.
There she is.
There she is. Right on.
Congrats.
I think I still have your mailing address, unless it's not good anymore. I don't know if you shouldn't have sold that place yet because you just got it fixed up. Hashtag Team Sonia is in the house right there from Brockton, and that is absolutely correct. Congratulations, Sonia. I'm pretty sure I have an address. If you want me to send it somewhere else, drop me an email and tell me where to send it.
Yeah, I apologize if I hogged all the time, Ken.
No, I wanted to find out more information about your site. I'm a fan.
Yeah,
and I'm
guys,
watching.
Yeah, I'm here to help the Monday Digs guys. You know that for sure. And we're all going to go forward. We're all going to grow. I feel it.
Yeah, Ken, why don't you join me next week and be my co-host next week, and then that way I'll get some good one-on-one time with you as well. Is that good?
Okay, sure. Sounds fine with me.
All right. Well, everybody, it is after 10:20. I'm ready to shut her down for the day.
Wow,
hey, I want to thank Alex for running the start of the stream for me today and getting everybody ready to rock. She's a professional and a pro. It's in the blood. It's almost at 1,000 subscribers. We're pushing for it really fast.
Wow, awesome.
February 19th is our goal date. We should make it as long as people keep pushing.
13th.
The 19th was our first release.
Oh, well, I was talking about the Super Bowl.
Oh, she wants to beat it by the Super Bowl.
There you go.
There's my good buddy Don right there. Relic Reaper Metal Detecting. Haven't talked to Don in a minute.
It's important to have a plan.
Everybody, go to BHiggles.com, look at BHiggles' channel. And if you haven't friended him, befriend him, reach out a hand in kindness and friendship, and I'm sure he will respond and answer questions.
How close are you to 1,000 now, BHiggles?
I'm at 867 last time I looked, so
very close.
130 away from
That's
the
awesome.
1K. I've got my 4K watch hours, so as soon as I hit 1K, I'll be official YouTuber.
Yeah,
Nice.
right on it.
Nice.
You know, I love how YouTube puts them goals out there. They made it more difficult for us to get to that point by changing, the way that it worked this last year. But man, I think the purging of subs that is non-existent on your account has really helped. So
I think that's a really good thing. I have talked with other people about that. If people aren't, if they subscribed and they're not watching, please purge them.
Yeah, it really hurts your impressions, basically.
Yeah.
So also, but everybody, BHiggles and he has got his time capsule videos coming out. He's got enough footage probably to last the summer already. So there's going to be content that's very consistent. And last but not least, today our Practical Ken 8:45 on Mondays. His channel has absolutely doubled in viewership in the last, I would say, month.
You have exploded, Ken. Congratulations.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate everybody supporting. I'm at my 500 goal. We're getting pretty close to the 500 goal where I could give away 2, possibly 3 silver coins too. So I'm
awesome.
423 and pretty darn close. I want to get that 500 so I get the community side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Make sure you get over there and watch that video, learn how to win that contest, and leave the proper comment in the chat so that you can get in on 2, maybe 3 silver coins from Practical Ken. Hey, everybody that's new in here tonight, thank you guys for being here. Come back next week and see a full regular episode of the show. Where
we had a full show in here.
Yes, you did.
I'm just
You
saying,
did great.
you weren't
You
here,
did
but
great.
we still had a good show.
Well, I mean,
Absolutely.
I mean, where it's
We've never met.
I had to have a substitute tonight because it just worked out that way. But
I
Alex,
have one question for Ken and BHiggles, because I've asked every guest you've had on your show when I've been on here, do either of you watch football? And if so, who's your team?
Go ahead, Ken.
I'm from Michigan, so you know who I'm going to guess and pick?
Green Bay.
Packers.
Fair enough.
I do watch football. I don't have a team. I enjoy football. I enjoy sports, but I don't, I'm not for one specific team. I just enjoy watching the game. I think it's incredible.
That's fair. I just have to ask. I mean, that's been the trending thing since I started coming on his show way back in the day. I've asked everybody on here.
I want to be a Lions fan, but
Hey, the Lions they're gonna have a good next couple years. I have a deep feeling
someday.
about it.
Someday.
Yeah, we didn't realize how many metal detectors were passionate about Green Bay Packer football. There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them.
I'm kind of a casual watcher, so I'm like BHiggles. I like watching the game, like watching the competition, but I seem to be drawn to the Packers. So,
Sonia, that is absolutely correct. You couldn't be closer to the truth there. She is phenomenal. The first person I thought of when I needed a little help today was her. She actually takes care of it. And then look at there. Dawn is the exact same way. And you know what? We put out so much content over there. Even if you're not a sports fan, there's something in our chat on the sports channel for you.
Yeah, we have Q&As too, where we just hang out. That's all we do.
February 5th at 9:00, I think, is the next one, correct?
Yep.
And that's our next Q&A over there. And you know what? If we're two peas in a pod, we're so much alike that we make each other mad pretty consistently.
Yep.
And that works.
She was with me the day after the day she was born, her whole life, and she is so much like me. When we argue and when we have disagreements.
Oh yeah, don't rule of thumb for anybody. You guys said agree to be co-host. Don't disagree with him. He'll turn the live off right in the middle of the live.
Well, I must say, totally professional. You did an incredible job because we had never even met or spoke or anything. And she said, "Hey, I'm here. We're going to do this live. Let's roll." And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, literally a minute and 30 seconds left before the thing stopped on. I pulled him up. I pulled me up. I said, "Hey, this is what's going on.
Dad's busy. We're going to roll.
We're going to roll with it, and we're going to have a good time." And that's what we did.
You did very well.
Hey, everybody that's involved today, please check everybody out. Everybody has something for you to watch, and I'm sure that we're going to see more of Brian's face. I think this is the first time I've actually got a really good view of Brian sitting squared away. Usually it's a picture, it's a little farther away. So,
like I said, I'm the Marla Hooch of metal detecting, where you got to be way far away.
I got some comparisons that I was going to make about that, but anyway, you know what? I think getting your face out there and letting everybody get to know you a little bit better is a very big step for your channel, and it will help you grow. And I stand by that. It helped me, and but I just want to say, everybody in here tonight, I love you all. You guys are all great. Everybody comes in here and treats everybody with respect, and we have a good time in here consistently, even if we don't always get along. We always get along in here, and I want to thank everybody for not making that a tough part of this deal. If I had to deal with, for lack of a better term, idiots in here being smart asses every week, I don't know how long I could continue to do it. So everybody that's in here is awesome people, and I thank you all for at least that part of it and spending your time with us.
Well, thank you for having me, Shane.
Brian, much love. Ken, you too, my friend Ken. I'll see you next week. Cut this Russian right out here really fast. And
show.
Thank everybody for being here. We went a little too long, 10:30. See you guys next week.